Fox News contributor, former New York City cop, former Secret Service guy, author of the book Spygate, The Attempted Sabotage of Donald J. Trump. Mr. Bongino, good morning to you.
Good morning, Dan.
Good to see you all on this Monday morning.
Good to have you. Well, it's going to be a big week on Capitol Hill. On Wednesday, Robert Mueller is going to be testifying. Democrats are salivating, but then at the same time, Republicans are thinking, hey, this is finally our chance to ask him, hey, when did you realize that the lovebirds, your FBI lovebirds on the team, hated Donald Trump so much?
Steve, this is a golden opportunity, this hearing. I mean, I don't know why some Republicans have spoken out against it. For Republicans to finally get to the bottom of what Bob Mueller was doing. You just hit on one of the high points here, which is in July of 2017, right? Mueller's appointed in May of 2017, so we'll keep the timeline on track. So just a few months after Mueller's appointed, the Inspector General, Michael Horowitz, approaches him with this bevy of text messages from these two FBI officials, Lisa Page and Stroke, who are having an affair, and these messages are devastating. They don't like Trump. They don't like his supporters. They're talking about Oconus laws and other things. So it's clear to me by just a few months into his investigation, by July of 2017, that Mueller knows something's up. What is he doing for the following 675 days? And why do they stealth fire Peter Strzok? Why not make an announcement and say you had an issue? Well, the answer is because he wanted to hide it and keep this thing going to obstruct the Trump administration.
So do you think you can learn anything by looking back at his other 88 appearances about how Mueller's going to testify?
Yeah, I think you can. I mean, it's clear he's going to take the Joe Friday approach here, or he's going to try. And this is where I would caution Republicans involved. I mean, I've spent 2 years of my life looking into this as deeply as you can. I got 2 books, another one coming out on this too. You can't let Mueller off the hook, and you can't let him give you one-worded answer. You have to give him open-ended, not closed-ended questions. This is not the time for yes or no, Bob Mueller. No. I want an explanation. Republicans should as well. Why his opinion? I can't even call it the Mueller report because it's an op-ed. It's a 400-piece op-ed designed to attack Donald Trump. Why he left out such key pieces of information. If I may, one quick thing on this. They say all the time, the Democrats go, well, you need to read the report. Okay, I did. Multiple times. It's not what's in the report. It's what's not in the report and why Mueller chose to leave out key pieces of information indicating that the Trump team did nothing wrong.
Dan, Democrats think that this is going to prove that the president is guilty. Here's Congressman Jerry Nadler and Congressman Adam Schiff. Listen to this.
The report presents very substantial evidence that the president is guilty of high crimes and misdemeanors, and we have to present or let Mueller present those facts to the American people and then see where we go from there.
It's a pretty damning set of facts that involve a presidential campaign in a close race, welcoming help from a hostile foreign power, not reporting it, but eagerly embracing it, building it into their campaign strategy, lying about it to cover up, then obstructing an investigation into foreign interference, again to try to cover up. Who better to bring them to life than the man who did the investigation himself?
Dan, when you read the report, did you think the president was guilty of high crimes and misdemeanors?
No, and with Schiff, and I'm really sorry, America, that you have to listen to these two people because they really are a disgrace to the Congress. It's not that, it's what they know what they're doing here. Here's the confusion. I was a federal agent and a cop. They are intentionally confusing you. And note what he did. Schiff says, well, there's a set of facts that indicate obstruction. People thinking, let me give you a quick analogy, right? Ainsley, if you crossed yesterday as you were going to get lunch after the show, if you passed by a bank, and I wrote a report indicating you robbed the bank, we all know you'd never rob a bank, but it says, well, Ainsley Earhart was in front of the bank. We have her on video at this time, right when the bank was robbed. That's a fact. That would appear to indicate you robbed the bank. Until we find out later they have video of the actual bank robber and it wasn't you. That's what Mueller does in his report. He leaves a set of facts. Oh, Trump crossed paths with a Russian. Jeff Sessions may have met a Russian at this point. This guy spoke with a Russian. And then you find out some of these alleged Russians that they met with were contacts for the Obama administration. Then you find out the same Russians were hired by Hillary Clinton's team, by the team they used to gin up information on Trump. That's what Mueller does. So I'm tired of this. Read the report. I did. It's what's not in the report that really matters.
Well, 3% of the public did. So you're one of 3%.
And Dan, Mr. Mueller made it very clear at that press conference he had, look, you know, I don't want to go up to Capitol Hill. And if I did, I don't want to, but if I did, I would only say what's in the report. So do you think he's really going to stick by that?
I don't, because he can't keep this, Steve, he can't keep his own story straight. Bob Mueller's story has changed on why he failed to exonerate Trump on obstruction, which is an absurd legal standard, by the way. It's changed a few times. Remember, he already told Bill Barr it had nothing to do with this OLC memo, and then he gets up at the press conference and says, oh, the OLC memo did it, and then has to issue a correction later on, recorrecting his correction, saying, no, it wasn't the OLC memo. He can't keep his own story straight.
My sense is that maybe he oversaw this. He wasn't actually that involved in the whole investigation, and they're going to focus on Bill Barr and what Bill Barr said and that interaction that we really don't know about yet. Meanwhile, there's an op-ed in the LA Times that I think is worthy of your examination. And here's an excerpt from it. It says, the Democrats' squad in fighting extremism may save the nation. So that's the premise. The 4 freshmen who even have Democrats rushing to get their message out above theirs somehow will save the country.
You know, Brian, I read the piece this morning, and if you really want to get furious quickly and you're a sane, sentient being, read this. It hits all the low points. It really does, and it reminded me that we share absolutely nothing in common anymore with the radical far left. And when I say what I mean by it hits all the low points, you know, you're all racist, you're all deplorables if you support Trump. Trump's a criminal. There's evidence of obstruction. It's an example that the far left is so far off the deep end. You know, I just don't see any rapprochement here politically where we're going to meet in the middle. I just don't. We share nothing in common, Brian. Nothing with these people. You know, the best way to sum this up is this. You know, we think liberals are people with bad ideas, right? These radicals think we're bad people with ideas. There's a chasm between those two things. There is no meeting in the middle. They genuinely dislike us. And when you read that piece, you'll see it.
Well, Democrats got to find a way to get their message out above theirs, unless they want to adopt their message, which could be interesting.
Well, it's going to be tough. They combined have millions of Twitter followers, and AOC and the squad has show no inclination whatsoever, you know, to genuflect in front of Democrat power. So this infighting, this may destroy their party, not ours. But the piece is really it's insane. Some of the stuff in there, it boil your blood.
Dan Bongino, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Dan.
From Palm City, down
Always
in
good
Florida.
to see you.